Hey, so I wanted to come on here and show you how to make vapor rub and how easy it is. You don't have to use the stuff that you buy at the store. You can make it yourself, and it's not going to have anything in it that is going to hurt your body. It's only going to have things in it that will help your body and actually help, for the reason why you're using it in the first place. So the first thing you have to do is just get a little pot, and I just use a Pyrex glass measuring cup. For me, that's just easier. You put a little bit of water in your pot and you just turn it on. You don't have to buy a double boiler and all that. Some of the recipes say to buy those things or to use those things, but that's not what you need. You can just use glass and a pot. Put a little bit of water in it. You put your glass in your pot and let it start getting warm. Now, there's a couple ingredients that you'll want to use for your recipe, and you might can change it up depending on what you like, your preferences. It calls for olive oil, coconut oil, and beeswax. So I bought this little bag of beeswax pellets a long time ago. I've made several things with it. They last forever, so you don't have to worry about them going bad. Just get your little bag. They sell them on Amazon. You can probably find them in a natural food store or something like that, but you just need a tablespoon of these beeswax pellets, and that's just to help it be a little bit harder. So we're going to do a tablespoon of beeswax pellets in our little glass. So easy. And then you need coconut oil. So people ask me all the time, where do I get my coconut oil? I get it wherever I can find it. I try to always get organic. This is not fractionated coconut oil. This is the solid form. You can buy fractionated coconut oil, which is the liquid, which that's what most people use in roller bottles and things like that. This is I think I got this from Aldi or somewhere, but you can order it on Amazon. You can probably get some organic at Walmart, anywhere like that. They sell it everywhere now, so it's a lot easier to find. People are using coconut oil for all kinds of things. You just need half a cup of coconut oil. I'm just putting it in a little measuring cup. If I can get it out of the jar. I usually use fractionated coconut oil for almost everything, but when I'm making creams or rubs or something like that, I always go for this kind. And I don't really have a reason for that. I don't know. That's just what I do. As long as you get the oils on you, that's all that matters. Coconut oil is a really good carrier oil. It's actually a pretty good skin oil. So it's going to cover a lot of bases. A lot of people have been using coconut oil for moisturizing for a while now. I almost got half a cup. This actually would be a pretty good Christmas present for somebody. If you know somebody that tends to, get sick, or somebody that loves them some vapor rub. I think a lot of older people, or a lot of people period, put it on their feet and then put socks on their feet at night to sleep. So you could definitely use this instead, and then your body is going to absorb the oils too on your feet. So it's a really good way to get oils in you. All right, we got a cup here. I'm just going to put it in my glass Pyrex cup. Let it start melting. There we go. And then you need half a cup of olive oil. So olive oil is another carrier oil that you can use. I don't really use it a lot for a carrier oil because it's greasy, and I just don't like it as much for that. Coconut oil is not as greasy. And again, just find the best olive oil that you can and use that. You don't have to use a specific brand. You just want it to melt. So all of them are starting to melt together. It's getting nice and warm. Super easy. So why don't you need petroleum? Petroleum is like the biggest ingredient probably in that vapor rub that you're gonna buy at Walmart or CVS. What is wrong with petroleum? It's in lots and lots and lots of personal care products. It's in a lot of your skincare products, a lot of beauty products. Well, I linked an article that I found about it on the video. But the first thing is it doesn't metabolize in your body. So they've done studies, and they've when they take cancer tumors out of people and things like that, they test it. Well, a lot of times they find things like petroleum that is still in the body. It attaches to your fat, and so it doesn't come out of your body. You just hold on to it. Your body can't metabolize it. So the more you use, the more your body is storing. That is why detox baths are so important also, so you can help your body get rid of stuff that it's not able to get rid of. And it's not benefiting you whatsoever either. So you have to be careful with that stuff. Also, it has been found to be a carcinogen. It has been linked to cancers. So why is it still in any of the U.S. products? I have no idea, but it was one of those chemicals that was grandfathered in back in the 70s, and they haven't pulled it. They haven't found it enough people saying that they're not going to use it like they did with triclosan and other things. So you have to be very careful with stuff like that. Also, it has been found to create and contribute to estrogen dominance. So if you might already know, if you're somebody that has a problem with estrogen dominance, typically that's like a problem in society with most Americans because we have so many hormones in our products, so much that's just not good for us that's in our products, that's creating more estrogen or fake estrogen in our bodies. So then we don't have enough. You have to have the progesterone to go with the estrogen, and it needs to be balanced. Well, it's not. The progesterone is way down here and our estrogen levels are way up here, and we wonder why women have, or everybody has, so many hormone problems. We have so many reproductive problems and thyroid problems and endocrine system problems. Well, if you're estrogen dominant, you're more likely to have things like that. You're also more likely to have things like breast cancer. And how common is that? Unfortunately. I mean, there are so many people that suffer with things like that. And could it have been prevented? I don't know. But if we were more aware of our products, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, at least. Maybe it wouldn't be so common. I don't know. I tend to try to stay away from the things that I've learned that are possibly going to hurt my body. I don't want to be anywhere around it. So these beeswax pellets and the coconut oil are almost melted all the way. And it's so easy to do this. You just keep on stirring it and it's melting. And then I have these little jars that they're almost like baby food jars, but I got them a while back, I think for something for Mother's Day or something like that. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But I bought these little jars and I thought that they would be perfect for this. And these are like 2 ounces, if I'm remembering correctly. It has a number 2 on the bottom. I'm gonna go with it. These are about 2 ounces. And so we're gonna put these in here and then we'll have it. I wouldn't make too big of a container because you can always go back and make more, and you don't want, you want to be able to carry it with you if you need that, or for each child to have it in their room or something like that. The oils that we're going to use in here, the essential oils we're going to use, we have rosemary. Really good. All three of these are great for your respiratory system, great for opening up your airway. So we have rosemary. We have peppermint, which most people know peppermint is great for opening up your airways. And then eucalyptus globulus is the one I'm using. Young Living has 3 different eucalyptus types: eucalyptus blue, eucalyptus radiata, and eucalyptus globulus. We prefer globulus most of the time. Radiata, if you have little kids, I would probably substitute globulus for radiata, only because it's a little bit more gentle. It's not quite as strong, I guess, as the globulus is. And then the blue is even stronger. So we kind of just stick to the globulus for the eucalyptus. It seems to work the best for us. And the radiata is typically the best for kids. I would stick with that for kids. We almost have this. You could even make this with no olive oil. You could make this with just coconut oil. You could throw in some vitamin E if you want to for your skin. You could make it with grapeseed oil. You can play with these carrier oils that you're using. The beeswax basically just kind of holds it all together and makes it a little bit more solid, so it doesn't melt easily. If you're carrying it with you on trips or something like that, you don't want it melting everywhere. That's what the beeswax does. The beeswax kind of keeps it more solid. It doesn't really do anything else as far as for your skin or anything like that. The beeswax isn't anything for that. It's just kind of helping it stay more solid. We are almost finished with this. Just a couple more things here melting. And just know that your glass is going to be hot, so you have to be careful with that. You don't want to not have a little pot holder or something handy, because it's not going to feel good if it burns you. All right. We are done with that. So here's our nice cup of, well, it's not quite vapor rub yet. We got to put the oils in it to make it vapor rub. You don't want the carrier oils or the coconut oils boiling when you add your essential oils, simply because you might lose some of the therapeutic qualities in the essential oils if you make them too hot. So you don't want to make them too hot, because then you're not getting as much benefit from them. And you buy Young Living oils because of that, how awesome the therapeutic value is. So in this, we're going to do 30 drops of eucalyptus. Again, if you're making it for little kids, like little toddler or under, you might want to cut this in half, just because their skin is more permeable and they don't need as much, and they're little, so you don't need as much on them. So you may, if you love having vapor rub, you might want to make one for you and then one for your little kids if you have tiny ones. We're going to do 30 drops. 3, 4, 6, 7, 30 drops. It smells good too. And then we're going to do 20 drops of peppermint. Two, 3. It's coming out slower. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. And then you're gonna do 15 drops of rosemary. And you can do your own research on these 3 oils that are in here to figure out for yourself more information as to why they're in this blend, or find out more benefits of these 3 oils besides this. The cool thing about oils is they can be used for more than just one thing. So rosemary is a really, really good oil that can be used actually for brain health. You can use it for your hair. You can use it for several different things. So that's the awesome thing about the essential oils. So then you just want to stir it up. And now we're going to add it to our jar. And you have your own vapor rub. Just put the lid on it and you'll give it some time to cool. And then like in these little containers, you could even put a really cute little label on it and give it as a gift. Put a ribbon around it and you have an awesome little gift for somebody. And you're probably spending, I didn't do the math on it. I'll do that and post it to see how much it cost. But I think when I bought these jars, I mean, they weren't even $1 a piece, I know that. And like, if it's for you, you'd be able to reuse it however many times you want. And we always tend to use glass with essential oils because these therapeutic grade essential oils don't do as well in plastic, because if it's the cheap plastic, it might erode the plastic. So try to use glass as often as you can. And that's it. You have yourself some vapor rub. I hope you have a great day.